Senator, you have brought a friend. Thank you, Mr. Attorney General, for being here. You know, the news broke just moments ago that you will testify before the House Judiciary Committee next month. So we are honored that you would sit down with us first and very much appreciate it. I want to get right into this. Obviously, there's so much going on. And it occurs to me, we have a man who writes the laws. We have the man who enforces the laws. And we have popular calls for utter lawlessness in the country. How do we restore order?
Well, it's going to take both state and local government as well as federal government. The federal government is best positioned to address this kind of violence and lawlessness after it occurs because we don't have FBI agents walking the beat. And in fact, when the real violence started around May 25th, 6th, and so forth, we started using our joint terrorist task forces around the country. And there are 35 of them around the country. It involves all state and local in those jurisdictions and all the federal agencies. And it's the system we designed to follow terrorists. And now they are starting to go full bore, cranking out investigations, indictments against the people who were involved in this violence. So we've had scores of indictments already for such things as arson, destruction of federal property, things like that. And we have right now about 500 investigations underway. So it's picking up pace, and we are committed to holding accountable the people who are engaged in this. But we still have to try to stop it before it happens, and that's where the burden is right now on state and local. And in many places, they're not stepping up to the plate. They're not doing their job.
So I know it's early, but how much indications are y'all seeing of coordination and planning rather than spontaneous acts of violence?
Right. We are seeing strong evidence of coordination in many of these violent episodes. Fundamentally, what you have here is you have demonstrators. Some of them go there with the intent of demonstrating, but you have a group of provocateurs and agitators, sometimes a significant group, that try to convert those into violent activity. And they seem to be very well coordinated when they show up. A number of them are associated with the movement called Antifa, but they go by various names, but frequently anarchistic. They want to tear down the country. They're different than many traditional groups, and frequently the signs of coordination and activity are very close to the event itself, so like the morning of or the day before, and things are very fast moving. But we definitely see signs out on the street of communication, of organization, of pre-planning, pre-positioning of things. So it's definitely organized activity.
Well, if you're calling in the terrorism task force, that means presumably that we're dealing with terrorism here. I know the president came out and said just a couple of days ago that this will not be tolerated on federal land. You cannot destroy federal property, and he's authorizing the government to go and hold people accountable. What will this mean in terms of a change of policy or an acceleration of a policy that was already in place?
Well, it's not a change in policy in the sense that we've always had the obligation as the federal government to protect federal facilities and federal landmarks and monuments and so forth. But now, because in some places the local police are not doing an adequate job, we're going to have to step up the federal effort to do that. And so there are two aspects to it. Obviously, we're going to prosecute. Right now, all the videos involved in the attack on the President Jackson's statue are being carefully reviewed, and we will go after people.
So if you attack a monument on federal property, you're going to get prosecuted.
That's right.
But good to hear.
Yeah, but we're also going to...
And the criminal statute has serious jail time. I mean, I think 10 years.
10 years, yep. And the other thing is we have to do a better job of trying to stop these groups before they are able to do damage to these monuments and statues.
It's fine to punish them afterward, but I think a lot of us would like the statues to remain up.